Hello, Aria. I'm so sorry we are late on this one. But at the end of the call, at the end of the video, I'll give you my WhatsApp number and you can ask me if you've got any last minute questions. And you can also message me on WhatsApp the next time you send an essay, and this way I can jump back in and try and get it back to you as soon as possible. So let's go. Traveling has always been considered as one of the most desirable activities among people of all ages. Beautiful. The number of people traveling has been on the rise. This includes not only traveling within the country, but also traveling overseas. Personally believe, despite some disadvantages, traveling is a positive activity. Right. Let's just see. So, okay, so let's advantages of traveling domestically or internationally, disadvantages of traveling domestically or internationally. Okay, so how else can we say traveling? Because we've said it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in the introduction. Going on holiday. Okay, yeah. Actually, maybe because I guess there's not that many synonyms, but it's later when we go into more specific details, we can say traveling for work or commuting for work, traveling international or going abroad internationally, going abroad for work, going abroad for holiday, vacation, like you can see later. So just want to be aware. I just want to make you aware that this you might want to avoid it later. Okay. I'm not sure it is. But I mean, for this, for example, we could even just drop it. Yeah, not only traveling within the country, but also overseas. Okay, super. There's some. Oh, Aria's got its drawbacks. Okay, firstly, traveling stimulates the economy. There's only one of them. This is because tourists visiting a destination tend to spend relatively freely while on a trip. Beautiful English. Take, for example, a couple residing in a developed nation have been working hard the whole year. It is quite likely that they may spend a handsome amount of money while on vacation. Beautiful. This in turn, check your spelling, might just be a typo, will be very beneficial for the local economy. Moreover, earnings made from the tourism industry, again because there's only one, could subsequently be diverted to other segments of industry, okay, or of the economy if we wanted to improve. And then, following the sentence guide, we could add the therefore it is clear. Therefore, it is clear the money gained from travellers could help the economy, or something like that. But just a therefore sentence. So therefore, it is clear the benefits of people going abroad, in this case on holiday, has clear benefits for the economy, something like that, for the country receiving the tourists. Yeah. Now your grammar is really good. Okay, there's been hardly any mistakes at all. Most of my comments have been about improving rather than correcting. There's just one other thing that I want to mention, though, is that these paragraphs are a little bit skinny, shall we say. They're a little bit thin. So we can solve this with 2 ways. One is following the C2 template, which I think you would naturally just use, because what we've got here is good paragraphs, but a little bit basic. So if we use the C2 template, we're going to add additional ideas, and we're also going to have sentences like the therefore, and also it's going to be very academic. Secondly, at least some travelling is thought necessary for keeping a healthy mind. It is argued by experts that there should be a balance between work and life. In other words, individuals should designate a certain period of the year for relaxing. Furthermore, government, no capital G there, and private companies should take measures allowing their employees to take a vacation at least once a year. This would increase employees' performance. This was illustrated in a study by Harvard University, whereby workers who regularly went abroad were found to be 3 times more productive than those who never went on holiday. Full stop. Therefore, it is conclusively clear that taking a holiday can not only help maintaining help maintain a healthy mind, or can help with work-life balance, but also improve the productivity of one in the workplace. Okay, something like that. Now, there's two things I did there. I added an example, a crystal clear example, just to fatten up our body paragraph, and then I added the therefore sentence. Okay, so those are two things that I definitely think you would need to implement into your body paragraphs. Okay, now regarding the conclusion, let's go. In conclusion, be careful. Got two capitals there. Traveling is beneficial not only for the economy but also for the individuals as well. Good. Not to mention that even private companies can benefit from their employees' relatively clearer mind and better performance. Beautiful. And that is why it does not sound academic. Okay. Furthermore, this is why traveling is a highly advantageous activity, or to conclude, or in summary, for all parties involved, either directly or indirectly. But be careful here, Aria. Big problem. Advantages, body paragraph 1. Disadvantages, body paragraph 2. Okay? This is what we talk about in the online course, about how to simplify the question, plan your answer so you're going to get full points for task response. In this one, we're not going to get full points because we have not mentioned a single disadvantage. Okay? We could have talked about the cost. Okay? We could have talked about, the cost economically, the cost for climate change with the air flights, and then we could have said the danger of traveling internationally, such as because of the spread of diseases. This is because, some diseases spread easily through borders and can wreak havoc when reaching new countries. This was demonstrated, or for example, we give an example there, like I was saying, talk about COVID, and then finish with the therefore sentence, and we've got a much bigger, a much longer, a much stronger paragraph because we've added multiple reasons. We even put in an example there, a real-world example, making our argument irrefutable. We've got solid evidence in there, and then we tidied it up with a little therefore sentence. Okay, and this is similar. It's not the exact framework, but it's an overall framework, and we teach it in much more detail in the online course. Now, let's move on. The given graph illustrates what kind of movies, action, animation, comedy, drama, and horror, romantic, and romance, okay, that's what we needed here, is preferred, and romantic, are preferred by young adults, males and females, around the world. Okay, not too bad. Now here, this overall summary, we did mention kind of like the most popular ones, but I think that's it. We just mentioned, what was it? Comedy and romance. That's it. And action. Okay? 3. Which isn't too bad, but I think an overall sentence would have been, overall, males preferred action, animation, comedy, or more males preferred action, animation, comedy, and horror than females, whereas females preferred romance, drama, whereas female preference was for romance and drama movies. Okay, and then that's one summary, and then another summary. However, overall, the most popular for both genres, or one of the most popular, was comedy, and the least popular, and roughly in total, the least popular was for both genres was animation. Okay. And that's sort of like a rough idea, a rough picture, an overall idea of what's going on there. Okay, and we kind of mentioned most of the data points in the graph. We've got a general idea, and that's part of what's needed. Okay, so let's just check your English here. Overall, comedy has been the most popular genre. There has been a significant, again, I think I should have mentioned this before. Wrong tense. We've got the wrong tense. Overall, comedy is the most popular genre. There is a significant Why can we use the present? Because there's no date on here. So we describe it in the present. Let's use the present. There is significant difference in action and comedy movies popularity between males and females. Interestingly, as action movies are preferred by males, or are highly preferred by males, the reverse was true for romantic movies. Great observation. I would probably put it further down in our report, and then I would have reported the stats that I just shared before, given an overall picture. No capitalization for comedy. According to the graph, comedy with 105 respondents and action with 137 respondents were the most desirable genres for men, while romance was ranked, or romantic movies, while romance was ranked the least desirable with only 31 respondents showing interest. Yeah, an interest or interest, both are correct. Moreover, the rest received a mediocre attention of between 63 to 73 men. Good. Very, very good. This is you grouping the information. This is a key part of the criteria. So well done. This is exactly what we want to be doing, like grouping. That's what I was doing before with my overall summary. In the criteria, it specifically says the candidate has been able to group and select key information. So well done there. Women claimed comedy as their favored genre with 137 respondents, followed by 116 female respondents. Okay, so I would have just rearranged this. So I'd have started with romantic movies were the second most popular, followed by 116, with 116 female respondents. Okay, just the sentence organization, the most important, goes at the beginning, just makes it easier to understand. Exactly similar to what we've done here. Action movies were also relatively well received, with 82 respondents voting for them, while drama, horror, and animation experienced a relatively lower rating, a guide amount of relatively lower number. We could have just said number there. Okay, great work. Another good selection for grouping the data. So Aria, because you were waiting for a while for your essay correction, I'm very sorry about that. I've included my number. Message me when you send an essay and I'll get right on it as soon as I can. Okay? Also, feel free to send me a voice message with any questions you might have about the Ielts test. Okay, I apologize you were waiting. It doesn't usually happen. It just got lost while we were switching between Ellen and myself correcting the essays. So I apologize for that. Feel free to message me on WhatsApp. And yeah, let me know if you've got any questions, or if you've just submitted a new essay. I could probably even get it back to you today. Okay, if you let me know.